Hey everyone, I'm Laura McMillan, and today we are doing an energizing spring refresh yoga flow. This will be an invigorating practice to help open the heart, shoulders, hips, really energize your body and help spring forward into warmer days. I'm using a block today. If you don't have one, that's perfectly fine. If you do have a block, however, turn it on the flattest horizontal side, and we're going to lie back on it to help open up the heart. So it goes right below the tips of the shoulder blades. Let your head relax down, and bring your legs to a butterfly position. So if you don't have a block, just come into a butterfly position with the feet together, knees fall apart. Bring your arms down by your sides, let the palms face up so that the shoulders roll open and you can close your eyes. Place one hand over your belly and the other over your heart and take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. As you breathe in, think about filling the space beneath your palms. Exhale, everything softens. Breathing more deeply into the chest, the heart space, the ribs, and the belly. Take 2 more breaths. And then relax, let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Open the palms and the arms again. If you've got the block underneath you, carefully slide it out from underneath your shoulders, come onto your back, and then take the block between both of your palms straight over your head. Bring your knees together, pick your feet off the floor. Let's take the feet straight up toward the sky, stretching through the heels, maybe feeling a stretch for the hamstrings or through the feet. Draw your core in, tuck your chin toward your chest, and curl your head up. So everything is lifting up toward your feet, toward the sky. As you hold the block here, lower your right leg down to a hover. If you feel any strain in your neck, you can lower your head back down, and then use your core muscles to pull your leg back up. Lower the left leg down to a hover, and then draw it back up. Let's do that one more time. Lower it down, and lift. Lower the left leg, and lift. Bend your knees. You can lower your head down, bring the block in, rock from side to side, and we'll add on from here. This time, extend your legs out long. Take the block overhead. You're still holding it between your palms. Take an inhale to prepare. Now, before you come up, tuck your chin in toward your chest so that you're not straining your neck, and draw your belly button toward your spine. So inhale in. As you exhale, lift the block, lift both legs up, place the block between your feet, and then lower everything back down. Exhale and switch. So lift up, you grab the block with your hands, lower down. Again, lift up, place the block between your feet, lower down. Exhale, lift up, grab it with your hands, reach out. Let's do that one more time. Lift up into the feet. And last time to the hands, and lower down and relax. Take a full body stretch, reaching out through the arms. You can let go of the block, reach through the fingertips and down through the feet. On an exhale, relax, bring your arms down by your side and flip over onto your stomach. Extending your legs out long behind you. Take your feet toward the outer edges of your mat. Tops of the feet are pressing down. Bring your hands right below your shoulders in line with the chest, and your gaze is down. And your gaze is down toward the floor. As you inhale, press the hips down as you lift your heart. Low cobra. Exhale, release. Again, inhale to lift up. Exhale, lower. We'll do that one more time. Inhale to lift. Pause here. Maybe hover your hands off of the floor for 3, 2, 1. If your hands are lifted, extend them behind you. Can you lift your heart a little bit further? 2 and 1. Release. Make a pillow with your hands. Rest one cheek. Kick your heels in and let the legs sway from side to side. Now, as you come back to center, return your hands below your shoulders, press up to a tabletop position. We'll move through a few cycles of cat and cow. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees. As you inhale, drop the belly down, lift through the heart, lift through the hips. Think about hugging your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, scoop your belly round your spine, spread the shoulder blades apart. And again, inhale to lift up. Exhale to round. Take 2 more following your breath. As you come back to center, step the right leg forward between your hands. Knee is stacked right over the ankle. Come up to your fingertips so that your heart lifts up. And then tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee, pressing through the left heel. As you keep this lift, lower the left knee down, and then lift, press the heel back. Again, lower and lift. One more like that. And lift. Drop the left knee down, step the right leg back and switch sides. So left foot comes between the hands, let the hips lower down, but lift through the heart, keeping the spine long. From here, tuck your right toes under, lift the knee, press through the right heel. Now lower the knee down and lift. And 2. One more. Lift. Lower the knee down, step the left leg back beside the right, plant your palms down. Let's tuck the toes, lift the hips, come back to downward facing dog. Pedal out through the feet here, take any movements that feel good. Wiggling through the hips, releasing through the head and the neck. If you're pedaling your feet or moving, come back to a still downward dog. As you inhale, lift both heels high, come onto the tippy toes, bend into your knees, reach your chest towards your thighs, but send your tailbone up to the sky to lengthen through your spine. As you inhale, come forward to a plank, shoulders over wrists, heels spiking behind you. Draw your core in, pull the hips back, downward dog. 2 more like that, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend into the knees. As you inhale, launch forward to a plank. Exhale, push the floor away, downward dog. One more, inhale to lift. Exhale, bend into the knees. Inhale to a plank. And exhale, downward dog. Take a breath in here. Exhale, sigh it out. As you inhale, lift both heels high. Bend into your knees, look forward. Walk to the front of your mat, come to a forward fold, but keep your knees bent. So kind of like a little miniature rag doll. From here, keep the knees bent as you start to roll up to stand. Stacking your spine, head will come up last. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then let your hands meet together in front of your heart. From here, inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold, keep your knee soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through your feet, rise all the way up to stand, reach tall. And hands meet together at heart center. Again, inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up to stand as you press your feet down. And hands meet together in front of your heart. One more time, inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, step the right leg back. Plant your palms, let the left leg follow. Come back to a high plank. From here, lower your knees, hug your elbows to your sides as you come down to your chest. Now slither forward, lift your heart, come to a cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under. You can either come up through a tabletop position or draw your core in, press up to a plank, and come back to downward dog. On an inhale, pick the right leg up. As you exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands, and then step your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, press down through your feet, come up to stand. We'll do that on the other side. Hands draw together in front of the heart. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the left leg back this time. Step the right foot back to meet it. Pause in your plank. Lower knees, chest, and chin. Slithering forward onto your belly, lift the heart. Maybe coming up a little bit higher, cobra. Exhale, lower. Make your way back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Look forward. Step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down, come all the way up to stand, lift up. And hands meet together in front of the heart. Inhale, you lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, step back to a plank, walking your feet back, creating that long line from the crown of your head all the way out through your heels. This time, if a chaturanga is in your practice, you're welcome to move through that vinyasa. Otherwise, take knees, chest, and chin. If you're coming down through chaturanga, lower no more than halfway down. Press forward, come onto the tops of your feet, lift through your heart, and then we'll meet back in downward dog. On an inhale, pick the right leg up. As you exhale, step the right foot forward, come to warrior one, spinning the left foot down. Toes are turned out at about 45 degrees. Reach the arms tall. Maybe the gaze follows. Take an inhale here. Can you grow taller? As you exhale, plant the palms, spin on to the ball of the foot, step back to downward dog. Inhale to sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, plant the left foot, spin the right heel down, rise on up, warrior one. Inhale to lift tall. Exhale, fold. Step back. You can either take a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in downward dog. From your downward dog, lift the heels high. Soften your knees, look forward. Step, walk, maybe hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up to stand. And hands meet together in front of your heart. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, come back to your plank, step or hop back. Again, you can lower down knees, chest, and chin, or move through chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, find warrior one. Plant the right heel down, rise on up. Sweep your arms down and behind you, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back, start to lift through your heart. Maybe let your hands reach away from you, but keep a soft bend in the elbows. Release, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant the palms, spin onto the ball of the back foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward, plant the foot, spin the left heel down, warrior one. Sweep the arms behind you, interlace your fingers in the opposite way. Roll the shoulders back, lift through the heart. Release the hands, reach up. Exhale, fold, spin onto the ball of the back foot. Come back to downward dog. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release your knees, send the hips over the heels, child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, start to lift your hips. Come to a tabletop position. Bring your knees back underneath your hips. Now take your left foot, kick it just off your mat, so it's like a kickstand. Rotate your hips so that you're facing the long edge of your mat. I've got the right leg extended long behind me for a modified side plank. Shoulder is right over the wrist. You can keep your right hand on your hip. You can reach it up. You can reach it over the ear. Option to lift your right leg off the floor, bringing it up in line with the hip. For a little more here, bend into your right leg, reach for your foot, maybe the top of the foot or the ankle. Catch your foot with your hand. Now kick your foot into your hand. So it's like you're trying to kick it away so that you're not compressing in the lower back. You're also not pulling it in as close as you can, but you're creating that nice arc. And as you do so, start to open through the hip, the quad, and the shoulder. Maybe let it arch through the back. And the head can follow as well, but try to keep the back of your neck long so as not to compress your cervical spine. Hold for 3, 2, keep breathing for 1. If you're in this position, release. Come back to your modified side plank and then release your hands down. Move the hips around. You can move through cat and cow, and we'll spin around to the other side. So this time your right leg is off the mat, left leg extends long. Find your modified side plank. You're welcome to do the same variation you did on the other side, or maybe go for something different. So again, you can stay here, you can lift through the leg, play with the position of your arm. And if you'd like, bend into the left leg, grab your ankle or your foot, kick your foot into your hand, roll the shoulder open, give it space to move. And then maybe start to bring it behind you. Keep breathing. Lift through the gaze, open through the heart, open through the throat. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back to your hands and knees. Move the hips around, shake it out. And we'll come back to downward dog. From your downward dog, lift the heels high, bend into your knees, look forward, step, walk, or hop, forward fold. From here, bend into your knees, drop the hips, draw your core in, sweep the arms up, chair pose. As you inhale, think about lengthening through your spine. Exhale, sweep the left arm down and back, twist. Inhale, reach forward, lengthen up. Exhale, sweep the right arm back, twisting here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Move through your vinyasa or skip it. We'll make our way back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Shoulders come over the wrist, round through the spine, engage the core. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, step it all the way through. Come up to a high lunge. Back heel stays lifted. Hips are square. Reach the arms up. As you inhale, grow tall. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Spin the left leg down. Open the arms wide. Check in with the right knee. Make sure you can still see your right big toe. From here, flip the right palm up. Reach forward. Sweep it back. Reverse warrior. Release to warrior 2. Find extended side angle. Forearm to thigh. Inhale, come back up to warrior 2. And on your exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Pick the back heel up. Step back, downward dog. Inhale to sweep the left leg up. Exhale, first bring knee to nose, strong through the core. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Plant the left foot down. Hug the inner thighs together. Come on up, high lunge. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, spin the right heel down, warrior 2. Flip the left palm up. Reach forward, sweep back, reverse warrior. Release to warrior 2. Find extended side angle, forearm to thigh. Inhale back up to warrior 2. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, pick the back heel up. You can move through a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in downward dog. As you inhale, lift the heels high, soften your knees, look forward, come to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, press down through your feet, rise all the way up to stand, reach tall. And hands draw together in front of your heart. From here, locate your block. We'll move through another flow with the use of the block. So come to the front of your mat, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take a vinyasa or skip it all together. We'll meet in downward dog. We'll start on the left side. So as you inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Rise up to a high lunge. Hug the inner thighs together. Core is lifting you up. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, open to warrior two. Flip the left palm up, reach forward, reach back. Release to warrior two. Take extended side angle. Now you can keep your forearm on your thigh or take your hand down to a block. We're setting up for half moon here. Go ahead and bring your right hand down to your hip. Take your gaze down toward the block. Shift your weight forward into the left leg and move your block about a foot in front and a foot out. So about 11 o'clock. Float the right leg up. Keep a slight bend in the standing leg so you're not locking out through the joint. Option to open through the right arm. And just as we did earlier, bend into your right leg if you would like. Grab your foot or your ankle, roll your shoulder open, kick your foot into your hand. Start to open through the hip, the quad. Maybe lift your gaze, opening through the throat. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. See if you can come back to warrior two. And then relax. Good. Let's just rotate to the other side. So lift through the left leg, turn the feet around, find warrior two on the right side, opening the arms wide, gaze goes over the fingertips, flip the right palm up, reach forward, reach back. Release to warrior two, find extended side angle. Remember, you can stay on your thigh or take your hand down to your block. And to move toward half moon, take your left hand to your hip, lower your gaze down. This time you're moving your block to about 1 o'clock, so about a foot up and over to the right. Shift your weight into your right leg as your left leg lifts. Open through the shoulders, open through the hips, maybe open through the arm. Option to bend into the left leg, coming into sugar cane. Kick your foot into your hand or your ankle into your hand. Roll the shoulder open. Open through the quad. Open through the mid-back and maybe the throat for 3, 2, and 1. Gently let go. Come back to warrior two. And then straighten the right leg. Let's rotate the right foot so both feet are facing the long edge of your mat. Roll your shoulders back, lift through your heart, and start to hinge forward, making your way all the way down into a wide forward fold. Hands can release, knees can be as bent as you'd like them to be. Let your head and neck relax. As you inhale, lift up halfway, come onto the fingertips. Keep your right hand below your face, open your left arm, twist. Release, switch sides, open the right arm, twist. Release. Now from here, walk your hands over to the right. Rotate your feet so that you're coming into a lunge on this side. Slide the left leg back. If you like, you can take a vinyasa here. You can skip it. We'll meet in downward dog. On an inhale, come forward to a high plank position. Holding here for a breath. And then drop down to your elbows and your forearms, keeping your shoulders right over the elbows. Forearms are parallel. Press down through the palms. And then lower your hips for Sphinx pose. Untucking the feet, tops of the feet are down. Drop your shoulders away from the ears and think about pressing your hands down. Drag them back so that your heart reaches forward rather than compressing backwards. From here, take your right forearm, make it parallel to the front edge of your mat, bend into your left leg, reach back, grabbing whatever you can reach here. I've got my foot, so I'm gonna think about drawing my foot toward my glute, and then maybe you can keep opening through the left shoulder or try to square the shoulders. Press the left leg down, deepening the stretch for the quad. Gently release and switch sides. So left forearm is parallel to the front edge of the mat. Bend into your right leg, reach back. You can stay here, opening through the right shoulder, or start to rotate. And gently release. Lower the right foot down, come all the way onto your belly and bring your hands by your sides. Palms are facing down, thumbs are out. Draw your core in, think about pressing your hips down into the ground. As you inhale, lift your chest and your feet. Again, think about reaching your chest forward. Fingertips and feet are reaching behind you. Lift up a little bit higher, drop the shoulders, and then relax, lower down, rest one cheek. You can do that again or move into a half bow pose. For half bow, take your right arm out in front, bend your left leg, so opposite arm is leg, wrap your hand around your ankle or the top of your foot. I'm gonna go for my ankle here. Press your ankle into your hand so it's starting to kick away from you. As you inhale, lift up. Reaching through the right fingertips here, kicking through the back leg. Try to keep the knee facing the floor rather than letting it open out. And then release. Lower down, let go. Switch sides. Left arm is forward, right hand comes back. Find a sturdy grip. Kick your foot into your hand, lift up. Left arm reaches away. And then release. Let go. So you can do that one more time. You could do locust again, or you can come into full bow pose, bending into both legs, reaching around, grabbing onto your ankles or your feet. Roll the shoulders back, draw your core in. As you inhale, lift up, kick your feet into your hands, open through the shoulders. You may be rocking forward, that's okay. Wherever you are, breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully release. Lower down, make a pillow with your hands, rest your cheek, kick your heels in, let the legs sway from side to side. Bringing your legs back to center, slide your hands below your shoulders, come up to a tabletop position, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. We're moving toward half pigeon. So as you inhale, sweep the right leg up. Bend your right knee, bring your knee towards your wrist. Take your foot across your mat. Slide the left leg back, adjusting your lower leg as you need to. Before you lie down in this position, think about squeezing the inner thighs together. Lift up, engage the glutes, engage the muscles of the legs, maybe open through the heart, and then release. You can come down to your forearms. You can come down to your block if that's available. If this is bothering your knee or your lower back at all, come out of this pose and you'll do the same movement on your back, but without the pressure on your knee and your lower back. And wherever you are, keep breathing. See where you can soften. Notice where you're holding tension and relax through your jaw. Take one more breath here. If you're on your forearms or all the way down, carefully press up to your hands. If you're on your back, just uncross the legs and bring your feet down. Otherwise, tuck your toes, lift the back knee, send your leg back, shake it out. And if you'd like to move into Wild Thing from here, you can bend into your right leg, start to open up your hips so that when you look over or under your shoulder, you see your foot. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, step the right foot behind you, open through your heart, your back, your shoulder. And as you're ready, release, reflip your dog. And then we'll take this all to the other side. So left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee toward left wrist. Make your way down into pigeon. Keep your back toes tucked to begin. Hug everything toward your midline, lift up. Open through the heart. And then release. Find pigeon on this side. Keeping in mind that one hip may be a lot tighter than the other, so it is perfectly fine if you don't do the same variation on both sides. Take one more breath here. If you're all the way down, carefully press up to your hands. You'll tuck the back toes, lift the knee, come back to downward dog, sweep the leg up, shake it out. If you're on your back, just uncross the legs. You can rock your knees from side to side. And if you want to move into Wild Thing, start to bend into your leg, reach the foot across, come forward slightly like you're moving toward a plank, rotate to the outer edge of the right foot, plant the left foot down, and then open through the arm, open through the chest. Keep reaching through the heart. And then as you're ready, reflip your dog. And then release your left foot down. Let's take one more breath here. We're all coming onto our back, so if you're already there, we will meet you. Drop the knees down. Drop your hips to the side, swing the legs out in front of you. Have your block handy, if you have one. And come all the way down onto your back. Once you get there, hug your knees into your chest. Draw circles with your knees, massaging through the lower back. And coming back to center. Take your arms out in a T shape. Move your hips over to the right. We're going to drop the knees over to the left, trying to stack your hips, stack your knees. If you'd like, you can come into a double wrap, crossing your right leg over the left and then letting your knees fall. Otherwise, just keep the knees stacked. And if it's okay on your neck, look over your right shoulder. Start to bring your knees up through center. You'll move your hips over to the left. Again, you can keep your knees stacked or cross the left leg over the right. Let your knees fall to the right. Gaze can go over the left shoulder. Bring your knees back up through center. Find yourself in the middle of your mat once again. Now, if you have a block, take it, turn it just like we did at the beginning on the flattest side horizontally. Slide the block underneath your hips, placing it right below your sacrum. And if you are not sure where that is, just adjust it until you find kind of that perfect little sweet spot where it acts like a shelf for your lower back and your hips. And you can stay here in a supported bridge. You can extend both legs out in front of you, helping open up the front of the hips a bit further, or take your legs up, coming into a waterfall position, letting the feet relax. If your legs are up, draw your knees in. If your legs are extended long, carefully walk one foot in followed by the other. Feet find the floor. Lift your hips so you can remove the block. And if there are any final adjustments you'd like to make, now is your time to do so. And we'll set up for our final relaxation. This is where we get to absorb all the benefits of our practice and let our bodies and our minds rest. So with your legs long, feet relax, arms by your sides, palms turned up, let the eyelids close. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. And let your body settle, releasing any tension you may be holding. Letting yourself rest and simply be. Shavasana. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like or as long as your time allows. Otherwise, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Find some movement through the wrists and the ankles. Gently rock your head from side to side. Reach your arms overhead, reach long through the legs, take a full body stretch. And you'll carefully roll to one side, cradling your head with your arm, pausing here. Slowly press yourself up to a seat, sitting tall through your spine, and bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.